just talked to the Fontaine guy who sold me the trailer. So just booked an appointment. I said I'll be there Thursday morning. They're gonna install my free aluminum rims, 8. And today is Tuesday, November 27th. Yeah. So I got up at 6 o'clock today before the traffic starts and just drove. Now I'm back in my yard, but I drove to the Kel Tire in Cambridge and got my 8 rims. I can see them in the mirror because you can see between the tire. But let me show you my bill. This is all Canadian funds, so they charge me $32.95 per one wheel for the tire change from one rim to another. So $32.95 times 8, and then they charge me $295.99 per each aluminum Accuride rim. And then I got a cool nice discount of $80 per each steel rim, because they're pretty much new, right? And they're Accuride, and so they gave me $640 back. And plus I got the Teflon lining. That's what they recommended to put between the brake drum and the wheel, not between the wheels, because now they're both the same material, aluminum. But they always recommend these linings where you have 2 types of metals touching each other, right? And so now, because wheels are aluminum, I don't need that between them, between the wheels. Like if one is steel, one is aluminum, they put that lining in there. But they recommended put it in between the brake chamber, the brake drum, and the wheel. And so those are $11.30 each, so I needed 4, and that's it. And after all this, I only paid $2,300, which, to give you an idea, if you're in the States, so 2,300 divided by 1.33. Now Canadian dollar is down again, so that's only $17.29 divided by 8, so $216 US for everything per wheel, including labor. You see, the Fontaine dealer wanted me to buy just one rim for $330 US, and then of course you have to add labor on top of that, so that's way more expensive, you know. Anyway, so very happy with this. Let me just show you the rims, and then we're gonna disconnect the neck and go get some fuel. Because it's actually cheaper. It's cheaper to get it here. Forgot to drop the suspension. reason I think my did not fully open. What the heck? Anyway, we'll figure it out. But those are my new rims. You see, so they changed this full axle over here and full axle over here. So these are Accuride, not the bright polish, but these are like standard polish. So now I just need to replace these and these. And you see, even after the rims were installed, and now there's that lining over there, it still has lots of thread left. And so basically the guys told me at the shop that these kind of threads, these are already designed for aluminum wheels. So he says I got lucky, because otherwise sometimes you get rims like this and they're too short, and then you have to go to a shop and imagine you have to replace all these bolts on all 18, 16 wheels. So that can be expensive. So at least I save money on this one, you know. So they just had to take off the rims, remount the tires, put them back on, and they checked the pressure. I said, yeah, I need 125. They said fine. And so all I gotta do now is just go to New Jersey, ask them if they have a forklift. The guy says yeah, so they'll be able to flip this, otherwise they cannot change it right when it's so high. And then I already found there's no loads out of here, but I found a load out of Baltimore. So that's where we're going. Tomorrow I'm driving down and loading Friday in Baltimore, some kind of a harvester that goes back to Canada. Yeah, that handle was stuck. Turns out I didn't pull it far enough, and so it was pinched. It got pinched by the neck. So I had to raise it. Once I raised it, what I did, I started the PTO again, and I raised it high enough, and I was pulling at it to see when the pressure would be relieved, and then it got relieved when the neck was pretty high, and I was able to pull it out and disconnect. So the loads finally appeared on the load board after the Thanksgiving, when it was actually nothing. From Ontario there was no loads. At least now I saw some, I think like 9 loads. But they're pretty cheap. There was something from Cambridge to Texas. I don't want to go that far. And then there was a load from Ottawa, which is, you know, 7 hours away. Ottawa, Ontario, going down. But I think it needed tarps or something, right? And now I got rid of my tarps again. So no tarping at this company, okay? So tarping at SERGEI DRATCHEV heavy haul is illegal. Is against the company regulations because of safety concerns. Because of the advancing age of the president of the company. And so yeah, then of course usually there's something in Baltimore, well, at least when a ship comes in, and there was one load there. I called and the guy gives me a total funny rate, like probably, I don't know, 30%, 40% cheaper than it should be. And I said, I got you, I know what you're doing. So the guy just wants to make a bunch of money doing nothing, just to act as an intermediary between probably another broker. And then I saw this one, harvester. It's pretty wide, 12 feet wide, but the rate was much better, pretty much going to the same part of Canada. And also the customer is willing to pay for permits and escorts. And I'm not sure why it needs escorts. Probably in Canada because of the how wide it is. I don't know. But so I will be using. They were asking me for like 10-15 minutes, trying to get me to tell them what kind of outriggers I have. I said like regular ones, you know, like folding type. But they wanted to know if they're folding regular ones or if they're retractable. Like a lot of guys nowadays, they have these new style retractable outriggers, which kind of like look like a shelf, you know, and you can just pull them out. And so this way you don't need any timbers. But those are for light loads, right? And this one actually, I think it's only less than 30,000 pounds, you know, just wide and big. And actually, I don't think I ever did a harvester before, unless it's one of those. No, it cannot be. It cannot be a grape harvester. I did grape harvester, but if this is like a regular agricultural, you know, harvester, I never did them. Yeah, I went inside. I said, what the heck? Why are you not over here? It says, oh yeah, now it says lift nozzle, but before it was saying to pay inside, lift nozzle. Okay, now something is happening. Yeah, basically the rule is, yeah, you see, that's the quality of Canadian diesel, right? This is much better than what you get in Illinois or somewhere in the south. You see, no green hue. It's all clean, clear, very nice. Anyway, so they said when they cannot see the plate because of my gooseneck, they cannot see the plate in the back, so you have to prepay. I said, what about the front? I have a plate on the front. Oh no, that does not work. So the price today is $18.9 Canadian per liter. So divide by 1.3. That's your US dollars per liter, and then divide by 3.78. That's your US gallons. But I do get back 13% of the tax that's hidden inside. And I just checked my email. I already received the agreement from the freight broker who I'm picking up this harvester for. So I just need to fill it out, send it over, and he'll send me the rate confirmation. And I got an extra couple of $100 out of him, which is always helpful. And and before I talked to them, I went to the website of my factoring company, punched in the MC number, and got the green light, approved. So their credit is good. Had to go inside a second time. First it was 200 Canadian, not enough. And then I went in to get another $50. That's why I don't like prepaying, you know. You can never guess so I got fuel, right? The trailer greased, PTO is checked, wheels are replaced. So now the only thing I have to do is I have to load my big outrigger boards. And then we're good to go. And then on the way to New Jersey, what's also perfect timing, my new toys for the Ford Mustang will be ready for pickup in Buffalo, New York. So picking up my new throttle body and the Roush cold air intake. And then I'll go get the wheels, and then go to the port to load. And just on the way back, I'll have to declare these throttle body and the exhaust and the intake. So that's about what, like 400 and 350. It's about 750 US. Yeah, I think I should be within my. Because I'll probably spend the weekend in US because I'm loading Friday, right? So I don't think I will get the permits on time. And plus this thing is, you know, 12 feet wide, so. And we're back in Cambridge, the sign on the right. Welcome to Cambridge, population 129,000 people. You know, it's not that small actually. Oh, the trailer is still here. I'm so happy when, you know, when I can see that. So, no theft took place while I was gone. I feel kind of lazy because I've been working since 6 o'clock today, basically running around, you know, with these wheels and fuel and stuff like that, and it's so cold. Well, actually, it's people in Wisconsin are probably in Alaska probably laughing at me now because it's 0 Celsius, 32°F. But I know people from Florida would be crying right now, big tears, because this is 32°F. That's serious. if you're a Floridian. All right, yeah, we're gonna hook up tomorrow. Forget it. Especially with this guy being in the way. Oh, I like that. That's good. All right. Off duty. I was just using a yard mode for on duty because the gas station is just down the road here. Come on. Yeah, airplane mode. Okay, so the last thing I gotta do is gotta grab my flashing light. It's on the back. I think I got everything. Maybe grab one more gum. So yeah, it's not that cold, right? But it's just miserable, you know, like lots of moisture in the air, and it feels, what we're saying, what we call in Russia, zyapka, chilly, you know? You never feel like you can warm up enough, you know? And I cannot seem to find my other tripod, you know, for the GoPro. Not sure what happened to it. Oh, it's probably, oh, okay, it's in that camera bag. Yeah, I had to clean the car today. When I got out of the hotel in the morning, the car was covered in snow. The windshield was all frozen. That's why when you're in Canada you always have to carry something like this, you know. The scientific term is the windshield thingy. The windshield thingy. Have you seen the windshield thingy? No? Oh. Probably got stolen. All right, 11 o'clock. Oh, my favorite Indian buffet place is open. Let's go for Indian breakfast. Bye-bye, Terminator. I'll be back.